I had some idea of building some kind of big swarm deck. So based off my experiences in Highlander, I sort of want to see some kind of swarm deck with bigger creatures, slightly less all in, so no Zix type cards, but instead the ability to ramp up to a combo over the course of like a couple of turns, just based on if your opponent happens to let stuff live. So we'll need some removal, probably want these Ferocers, maybe a set. These guys for drawing, speaking of removal. Who's is quite good, we don't need that. Get some of these in. Alright, so this is one of our combo pieces. We definitely want these. 18 cards in. This card is broken as hell. I only own one copy apparently. Let's get a second one. So 2 Soul Grimoires. We probably want these. I quite like Wraithing Fury. Void Steel is good. Getting close to full already. Blood Moons. Need some AoE. Might want Nether Summoning. Draw cards. Oh, healing even. This. This. This guy. A Variax. Necrotic Sphere. That's 40. This is presumably terrible. We have very few units, if nothing else. Ferosa is quite good by itself, but we should get Cryptographers in here. Maybe instead of Wraithling Swarm. We should cut some stuff for Cryptos, and we should try and get Revs in, obviously. This is probably too many copies of Darkfire Sacrifice. Possibly too much random removal. We have very little like actual ability to kill big threats. So we should try and get some... where are you? Try and get some Ritual Banishings in here. Maybe we cut this. Oh, the card is quite good. Going into one of these. But yeah, let's cut this. Let's cut one of these. These cards are very good. Maybe we cut a Ferosa. And then we have a set of this guy. And a set of this guy. How does this look? So our curve is like non-existent. Our only 1 and 2 drops of Ferosa and Crypto. And I guess Spectral Blade, which you can develop early. So we should get Primus Fist in here. If we can. Is 3 Reapers too many Reapers? It might be. This might be too many Darkfire Sacks, actually. Although it's really good with Variax. Can we get one more fist? Let's do that. Cut these for banishings. Just fill up on these so we can kill our beast sages. No, that's a lie, they're awkward. And Circulus is a card. We do actually probably want the full set of Demonic Lure. This is a weird deck to build. This has to be like really shit, right? This deck just can't be good. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to load chat on my netbook and it's taking forever. This looks pretty awful. We need more Wraithlings, if nothing else. Or at least more removal, more early game. Like maybe 3 Blood Moons is too many Blood Moons with this few creatures. So we have like the Ferosa crypto plays. Maybe we should lean on that. Play an extra Ferosa instead of a Blood Moon or a Kaleno. I feel like this still beats basically nothing though. I guess you do have these guys. Can we put in a third Reaver? I think we need the Necrotic Spheres like too much. Shadow Dancer is invaluable as well. In fact, we could even just cut Kaleno entirely for Shadow Dancer. Shadow Dancer is so good. What is wrong with this computer? I'm so sorry. If people are probably yelling at me about how bad this deck is in chat right now and I can't see it. Feels bad, man. Just feel like there's no way this will ever actually win a game. Wait, we need like Sarlacc. That's what we need. And then Sarlacc turns on all the synergistic cards like this. So what do we cut for Sarlacc? Sarlacc also absorbs Dispel, which is kind of nice. We could just cut Variax and try and combo off with this stuff instead. Soul Grimoire and Deathfire. But I feel like Variax is nice as just a late game, okay, I win now type card. We could just cut Darkfire Sacrifice, which seems really greedy. I think having 1 is probably better than having 0, like the equity of just occasionally being able to have a Darkfire Sacrifice. Seems like it would benefit us heavily. We could cut Spectral Blade for slots. I feel like this deck is going to be quite slow, so Spectral Blade would be quite good. Same with Sphere of Darkness. Do we need the full set of Ferosas? Maybe we don't need the full set of Ferosas. We could just trim like... Oh, I don't really want to go down to 0 Grasp of Agony. That seems really wrong. Same with Spectral Blade. What can we cut that's bad? Like, Wraithling Swarm's not amazing, right? We can cut this. We can probably cut Voidsteel, although it's kind of strong. We can cut a Blood Moon, maybe. So that gives us the Sarlacc. If we're playing Sarlacc, we probably do want more Ritual Banishings and Darkfires. I guess we could cut a Lure for a Banishing or a Grasp, maybe. I really like this card. It's so good for mid-game tempo nonsense. But maybe we don't need it and we just want hard removal instead. Because Owl Beast Sage is a thing. What can I shave for a second Darkfire Sacrifice? We could just cut the Spheres of Darkness. Like, they're really good. Good draw smoothers. But they're not mandatory. We could shave the Spectral Blade even. But that's just really good at holding down the board earlier. Actually, I rate this card very heavily. Yeah, we can cut a Sphere for a Darkfire. This might just be... I mean, this deck is, like, terrible, but... Let's try it. Let's take it for a spin. See if we can get anywhere. The basic goal is to present powerful threats until our opponent runs out of the ability to deal with them, full stop. I'll turn on the music in a minute as well. Get some background tunes. Yeah. Feel the beat. Alright, this is an amazing hand. Turn 1 this, turn 2 Sarlacc BBS. these are just good options to have. I think I'll just keep this whole hand. I want to say we don't need Rev. It's pretty good if we hit a Darkfire Sacrifice, but we're probably better off using that on Shadow Dancer or some other meaty thing. It's not like we're lacking in bomby plays. Banishing is good. That'll kill Owlbeast Sage. Like, the Sarlacc is probably going to die. But it's kind of okay, because if she Chromatic Colds this, we're only down 1 mana, which is not the worst thing ever. And we gain... Ooh, Gravity Well. We gain the ability for my opponent to not have... Oh my. Excuse me. We gain the ability for my opponent to not have... I've completely lost my train of thought because I'm distracted by my opponent's filthy tech. Okay, that needs to get Demonic Lord, I think. That kind of changes things. So we lure this, which means we can't attack one of the barriers, but that's not the worst thing ever. We still have mana to Shadow Spawn. We can come over here, or we can just attack one of these and leave this guy stunned, which is fine too. We want this for Owlbeast. We want this because it's great. We can afford to replace... I kind of want to use... Sorry, yeah, I was going to talk about Dispel, wasn't I? Like, we have so many dispellable cards in the deck that I'm okay with the Sarlacc absorbing one on turn 2. But yeah, we're not playing him. I feel like we're probably not playing him the next turn either, because we're going to be going BBS, Ritual Banishing, so I think we can replace Sarlacc. Sweet. Okay. Let's get the ball rolling. Do I want to whip this onto the mana tile to deny it from my opponent? No, I think I want to take the center. It does suck because my opponent can Gravity Well. You're staying where you are, I think. Kill this. Hopefully one of the Wraithlings will spawn here. Come on. No, okay. Well, this isn't bad either, because my opponent can't take the mana tile and also hit a Wraithling. I really don't know why my netbook is refusing to connect to Twitch. I think it's having some trouble actually finding the internet at all. Windows Update, 10 out of 10. I'm just going to find an Ethernet cable. I'll be right back. Whoa. Did that work? That looks promising. Okay, Owlbeast with no synergy whatsoever. Well, we can just kill that. Is it time? Like, we can Soul Grimoire and just beat this thing up. We can Soul Grimoire, kill the Bone Chill barrier, kill this. We become a 6/2 BBS, I guess. And we're just threatening all sorts of nastiness at that point. My opponent's not playing Fae, so she can't get rid of it, which is amazing. Yeah, let's do it. Like, these Wraithlings get stunned, but it's not the worst thing ever. They're still around, taking up space. Feels good, man. Alright, we have chat, finally. Now I'll be able to hear you guys if you talk to me. Sweet. So now if my opponent Frostburns, she just dies. She'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16 if she Frostburns. And that still doesn't even clear the artifact. This is why Soul Grimoire is disgusting. Like, this card is just not reasonable. Body blocker? More walls. Blazing Spines, okay, that's fine. I say fine, that's quite awkward actually. So I kind of want the Ritual Banishing and attack for 12. And then we can clear this one using Sphere of Darkness. This basically uses up all of my cards. That's another option. Do we have lethal? If we attack this in, that gives us 12, 16. So we hit my opponent down to 8. We have basically nothing on board though. But that's not even really a problem. Because we can still Demonic Lure next turn. She has to ping us somehow. And worst comes to us, we can just play a Vorpal Reaver. What do we get? Shadow Dancer. So do I want to Ritual, or do I just Demonic Lure this one into a corner? Like, that might be the better play. Now this is more mana efficient and gets in for more damage. I just kind of want to hit my opponent for 16 or whatever. Die. Something seems unfair here. So she can Chromatic Cold me. But that only leaves her with 4 mana, which can be an Albeast Sage, I guess. Actually, Albeast would be pretty good here. But she can't attack this, which is nice, because we still have a death via target. So if she Chromatic Colds me and plays an Albeast, we can, like... Grimes, okay. So we just Demonic Lure the... well, anything out the way. So Grimoire, peeps. CD says, yeah, Grimoire is terrifying. You are not wrong. I fully underestimated that card until I started playing with it in Highlander.